Alright, good morning. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where we talk about foreign exchange trading, and stuff like that. It is Friday. As you can tell by my voice, I'm a little bit tired. It's the end of the week, and I'm looking forward to trading full-time one day. Full-time today means about maybe 15, 20 hours a week. Does not mean sitting in front of here and doing a whole bunch of stuff over the, you know, 40 hours a week. That's a job. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Let's get to the risk disclaimer. First, this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I'm also involved with two challenges with AUDUSD Capital out of London and Forex, which is also out of London. Let's see. So, and those are demo accounts, by the way. I am, where are we? I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high degree of risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. So next we're going to get into some other things. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So let's see what's going on today. First, Henry's not joined us so far, but he might. Who knows? We'll see. Let's see. Today we have a whole bunch of stuff going on. First, looks like the euro is going the direction we don't want it to go in, as well as the pound. It's going also going the direction we don't want it to go in, but that's okay. We're just about 18 pips off of our entry price. We were in the green last night, but that all kind of fell apart overnight. We'll get into that in just a second. We have a whole bunch of news coming out. We've got core retail sales, and the Empire State Manufacturing Index, which plays a much larger role than one would think, as well as my favorites, capacity utilization and industrial production. Back when we had an industrial economy, these were very big movers, but now that we're more service-based, not so much. Then we have consumer sentiment from the University of Michigan. So we'll see what those folks say a little bit later on. And I'm going to stay in the trade, even though I'm going to be going to work. Let's look at the trade. This is a ballpark figure of what we're looking at. So, looks like it's creeping up a little bit, but it's only about halfway from this move right here. So I've got hope that it's going to bounce off of about 60 and head back down again after these news releases, which would be ideal. Or bounce off of something and head back down into profitability, which would be ideal. Then I could close out before the end of the day. I would like that. So let's go to trading view and let's look at everything. First, full chart, please. We have the euro versus the dollar. And it is just kind of meandering right along. It's up, it's down, it's all over the place. And that's pretty much what it's doing, is trading in this range right here between 116.10 and 117.24, about 110 pip range. It's kind of tightening up the range a little bit. So we're probably going to need to come in here and adjust one of our 4-hour index. We'll probably redraw all of our lines this weekend and just start all over again with some of that, because it's this looks like there's a trend line right through here. Probably needs to get drawn from here to about here. So we'll see what happens with that. And that is a new trend line. Here's the one that we are trading right now. Well, let's get into this one too. And again, this one could probably use another trend line right here, because it looks like it is trending down. Right. Backspace that, because I need to find the top. It's all in that writing right there. I'll do another one right here. Another one right there. Make that one red. That looks like a downward trend line. It looks like that's a trade I'm missing out on too. But you know, hey, you miss out on trades, you get trades. That's how it works. I'm already committed to the pound versus the dollar right now, so I'm going to stick with that one at 59. I'd like to see it come back down to 40, but we'll see what happens. Dollar versus the pound. It's getting here now, and we have it kind of took apart that trend line, a 4-hour support trend line, which will definitely have to redraw because it's out here now and out here, so it could continue on this, on the 4-hour support line, because it is not uncommon for the 78 pulled back 80 pips and they take off again. Right now I just pulled back 40 pips and looks like it could be taken off again, which would be not what we want it to do. We'll get into that in just a second. Pound versus the yen. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on. This is the craziness. This is why it's called Ride the Dragon, because you see it way up here around 200, then way down here around 198.62, and then right back up here to 200 again, and then right back down to 198.89. That's why it's called the Dragon, because that's 150 pips up and down in one day, and it just depends on which market you're opening in. Yeah, I guess you want to sell it at the top of the Japanese market and buy it again at the bottom of the American market, the New York Open. Might be a strategy to consider, but it's literally, it seems highly political to me, but who knows, we'll see what happens. That's why it's called Ride the Dragon, because it is all over the place. If you catch it right, you can make a lot of money. I have not done that yet. Here we have the Aussie, and it's kind of following the trend of the Dragon. Correlation. Good correlation between the between the Australian dollar and the yen. Would have to consider that. Could make sense considering China is both of their #1 trading partners, and we'll see how that goes. And the Canadian. Yeah, and it's kind of all over the place too, but nice bounce off that trend line right there, and then coming down. It's always easier to see in 2020, and 2020 is hindsight is 2020. That's one thing I'm trying to come up with. You can always find the trade and stuff like that during hindsight. Let's see. So what do we have here? This is the $15,000 challenge. I'm profitable by $5 right now. So I let it go overnight, so it took some money out of the account. Let's see. We have a stop loss of 136.17, which I don't want to see, which is way up there. And then a take profit of 139.90, so about there, way down here. So I would love to see that come back down to here. That'd be fantastic. I'm not sure if we're going to see it or not. Unused margin 542, so that trade's in good shape. Let's come back over this one. This one's much bigger account. Got a lot more on the line with this one. That one's a 0.4. This one's a 0.6. And that's what we have trading there. Let's look at some overall stats so far. Audacity Capital. Here's the leaderboard. Welcome to your leaderboard. We have the top 10 right here, and then my ranking is 2,555. I'm sorry, I'm 2,555 away from actually being up here, which would be fantastic, because then I could start taking money out. So let's look one more time at FedWatch. FedWatch, since the whole Forex market is waiting to see what's going to happen with the dollar, whether we're going to cut rates or not. The market is still looking for a 25 basis point rate cut in September. There we are. I also want to look at gold. Gold, here we go. Gold is kind of coming off a little bit too. Probably need to draw another trend line right through here too. See if it breaks through that trend line. It's 33.39, and I'm still up on that one, but not by much. Probably need to start considering my gold exposure, because gold is all the TV commercials are all telling you to buy gold right now. May not be the case. Maybe time for that big correction in gold that I've been looking for is probably not You know, calling tops is like trying to catch falling knives sometimes. Don't catch falling knives, just cut your hand. And here we have silver. It's kind of doing the same thing gold does. Kind of thinking about it, thinking about what it's going to do next. So we're going to not talk about that. Let's see. I do want to look at bond yields real quick. 3-year bond yield. All the bond yields are up across the board. That's interesting. In every country. Huh. That's unusual, except for the US2. That's very interesting. They're all up about the same amount. Interesting. I guess that's shows that the financial system is collapsing. I'm just kidding. Hope not. But that is very interesting. The European bond yield is higher on the 2-year. Is the leader on that, followed by closely behind by the Japanese. Then the EU bond yield is going up there, so it's going to increase the value of their currency. Bond yield here is going up not as much, going about the same as the dollar. So I wonder if that correlates into currency strength. Because sometimes there might be a connection there. Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Okay, so look at that. Bond yields are about the same as the currency yields. Matter of fact, they're currency strength meter is a reflection of the bond market in each country. How about that? So we have that going on too. We're going to close out a window because I've got too much going on, apparently, because it's apparently a memory strain. Overloaded. There we go, that's better. So now it's not overloaded. I've not overloaded the memory of my machine, which shouldn't be happening, but it does sometimes. So with that, we are going to take a look at that. We're now down $500 out of 5,000, out of 50,000. So that's not much, and it's starting to perk up a little bit. So hopefully it won't perk up too much, or it'll perk up just enough to get us back down into the range where I can close it out for the weekend. That would be ideal. Either way, I'm probably going to close this trade out this week if I can get DX Trade to work on my phone. That's something that's very, very difficult for me to do. To trade on DX Trade from my iPhone, the application is not available to me through these two companies, so we'll see about that. In the meantime, I'm going to let you go. You guys have a great one. I got to go to my day job. Let's see. If you like this video, then like and subscribe. You know how to do that. And I will talk with you later. Have a great one, and talk to you soon. Bye.